wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about Sasha's sensory diet. And a lot of people are like, is that something she eats? Is that something she does? And I've talked about it in past videos about how Sasha has something called sensory processing disorder, and you have 7 senses throughout your body, and basically it can trigger one or all of them throughout a daily basis, and it can trigger one more than it can trigger other. And Sasha goes through a lot of things with the sensory processing disorder. She has very high volume days, she has very low volume days. We're still struggling with textures of foods and slimy types items. Our occupational therapist is really helping things along by doing different things. So it's been a big struggle to me to get to know what sensory processing actually entails, because I had never heard of it before. My son, who's almost 8 years ahead of my daughter, never went through any of these things. And when somebody told me about sensory processing disorder, it was like somebody had basically broken down Sasha and told me all there is to know about why she's doing this and why she's doing this, and it all add up. So it's been a huge learning curve for me to learn about what she goes through on a daily basis with all this, and how I can help her, and how I can set up tools along the way to go and help her. And if she's having meltdown, or she's having a high frequency day where it's way over the top with it, tools that I can help her, you know, calm down and sensory seek and get it back on a better level. So this is what basically we do. So I got a couple notes on my piece of paper, because always when I'm thinking about ideas, I put them down on paper so I don't forget them to go and tell them to you. So a sensory diet is a personalized plan set up for Sasha, designed to provide sensory input and help her stay focused throughout the day. And that includes all the 7 senses throughout the day: touch, taste, smell, visual, auditory, tactile, vestibular, and proprioception. And we have a room set up for Sasha just for her sensory seeking needs. And these are some of the things that I have found that actually work. So when I'm talking about a sensory diet, I am talking about maybe foods that we're trying to get over sensory issues with. But a sensory diet is basically something set up for Sasha throughout the day, so we can cover all of her senses and incorporate it and help her calm down. And when people first told me about sensory processing disorder, I was like, you know, what is this? Like, I had never heard of it, like I said before. And her wonderful OT that used to come to our home actually diagnosed her, and it was like something had been lifted off my shoulders, because, you know, I was like, why is she going through this, and why is she going through this? And summertime has got to be the worst right now for sensory. Everybody and their mother and their brother are tearing up a road and using extremely heavy machinery that makes a ton of dust, it makes a ton of noise. And this, for a sensory child such as mine, totally throws them over the loop. We live close enough to train tracks that if I see the train coming, I actually have to loop all the way back around, because even if I'm standing 5 cars back in a line, she'll put her hands over her ears in a ball and have a complete meltdown in the back seat. So those are some of the things that trigger her sensory processing disorder. And I'm going to take you in her room. Well, it's her playroom slash, you know, sensory room, and show you some of the things that we have gotten that have really helped us. So this mat, which I got off of Amazon, is a total lifesaver. It's very easy to clean up, and it's a very safe, squishy type relaxation spot. And this is where I lay her to do her joint compressions and her brushing, and I'll show you her brush that we use. A trampoline. A trampoline is usually a must for somebody or a child with sensory processing disorder, because it allows them to jump, to move, to just freely, you know, get all their joints in motion and get kind of aggression out at points and times. So this is actually our second trampoline, because Sasha outgrew our other one, but this bar actually adjusts up and down. And this thing is a lifesaver, and we actually do bring it in the car in different places so she can jump all around. Our sensory table, it's on wheels, so you can move it around, and actually the bin comes out and you can put it in the back of your car, and it has a lid for safekeeping, and it's very easy to clean out. And right now we have rice and beans and just some measuring cups. And the rice and beans cost me probably about $6. Generic brand, very cheap at the grocery store. And it's a very good tool for her sensory bin. As crazy as it sounds, a lava lamp. And I'll tell you the story about this lava lamp. I went to our consignment shop down the road. It's like a Goodwill type shop. I got it brand new in the box for $7. And it, you know, plugs in, it lights up, and it does all these different colors and different bubbles throughout the day. And I will tell you, compared to the ones I found online for triple that price, it is a lifesaver. She absolutely loves it. It actually helps soothe her with the different light changes and the bubbles up and down to actually relax her a little bit and calm her sensory so she can get into a better sleep pattern. Squishy toys. We have a shark and we have all sorts of them. And I probably have a bin of about, I would have to say about 20 of them, all different ones. Bought them at Walmart, about $2.50 a piece. Squeeze them, sensory, tactile. It really helps calm. It's you know, you're upset, squeeze this, calm down. It has really helped wonders for Sasha. So Sasha's going to show you our little surgical brush we have and show them the other side of it. Flips around. There we go. So it's got bristles on the other side, and you can buy these anywhere. You can get them from a local surgeon's office. They're very cheap online. She brushes herself as she's doing right now. We do joint compressions after we brush, and it really helps to soothe, and your child can actually brush themselves like Sasha is, and she absolutely loves it. So this is our nighttime bath routine. I'm absolutely in love with this. We put some of these bath salts in with also these eucalyptus and spearmint ones and some lavender oil. And I do a warm bath every single night before bed so she gets a better sleep pattern with her sensory and she's not up till 11 o'clock each night.